are watching the Blueprint Radio Show with DJ Miss Hennessy.
Spent all my money and time on you. Never thought that it would have ended like this. So tell me what I'm supposed to do without you. And now, the sky's falling and I'm all alone, searching for reasons why I'm all alone. The sky's falling. Every time I try to hold on to you, you slip through my hands. Ooh, and now I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. When you slip through my hands, when you slip through my sorrow away. When you slip through my hands, when you told me you'd always be there, I believed every word. I trusted you. The actions that never take, the words that just fade away, and I gotta face the pain. Every time I try to hold on to you, you slip through my hands. Ooh, and now I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. When you slip through my hands, when you slip through my sorrow away. When you slip through my hands, when you slip through my sorrow away. When you slip through my hands, and now the sky's falling and I'm all alone, searching for reasons. Every time I'm all alone. Every time I try to hold on to you, you slip through my hands. Ooh, and now I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. When you slip through my hands, every time I try to hold on to you, you slip through my hands. Ooh, and now I don't know what I'm gonna do without you. When you slip through my hands,
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another amazing exclusive interview right here on Miss Hennessy TV. I am Miss Hennessy, aka Maxine Johns, and I am beyond excited to be able to introduce this next incredible artist. He's an enigma. I'm just going to say that. Okay. This man has been doing incredible things for many, many years. Not only is he an exemplary entertainer, dancer, just this one man machine, but theater has become his ultimate kind of resume tick, can we say? And he is just still in the game right now. He needs no introduction, but to the Miss Hennessy TV or our viewers, I certainly would love to introduce Tim Omaji to the show.
Hey, wow. I'm humbled. I'm humbled. I am excited. I feel like I could run a marathon off of that intro. So thank you. Thank you for that.
If you ever need motivational, whisperings, I am
Yeah.
available for you, and maybe just I don't think
I'll take it.
I don't think I need to motivate you though. You
No,
you're doing enough to inspire and motivate the masses, brother, man. It is
thank
just
you.
incredible to see you, to speak to you, and to actually have this time with you because you've been really busy, but that's a good thing.
That is a great thing. Yes, busy is my middle name. Busy with intentionally busy, I think is,
Yeah,
yeah,
I love
yeah.
that. How is life going?
Life is great at the moment. I am, and I have been for the last few years, really deep in the world of theater, and musical theater, at that, which, funnily enough, was accidental. It was an accidental type of step in, which kind of it takes me back to 2018 when I did a show called In the Heights.
Wow.
And it was, a show at the Hayes Theater. For people who don't know, the Hayes Theater is like 120-seater theater, and it was an independent company putting it on. And for whatever reason, my gut said, just go and do this thing.
Yeah.
It's probably going to lose me money than gain me money, but something inside me was like, just jump.
Yeah.
And so I had just the most uh, fulfilling acting experience on that show in the Heights. It celebrates South American and Latin culture. And I played an African American character in it called Benny.
Yeah.
And the depth of character, the depth of song, I was just like, okay, I need to do more of this and transforming into character. I didn't realize how much it affected me in the way of like this acting game, Maxine. It's humbling by nature and the fact that unlike when I sing and do my own thing, I'm the man, I do this. In acting, if you are not humble enough to give of yourself to the character and to your fellow cast members, it just doesn't work. It's impossible for a scene or for a story to connect if you don't if you leave your ego up in there. So I learned a lot about myself and about character work, and it's kind of led me to here now where I'm preparing to open as Ike Turner for Tina Turner musical here.
And what a role, because
Yeah.
I didn't play, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I
Yeah.
there's you either like Ike or you don't. And
Yeah.
when I okay, he's a polarizing character,
Yeah,
and
very
you're an
much so.
incredible, likable human being. Okay, let's just
Mm,
put it out
mm.
there. So when I read that, I thought, man,
Yeah.
this is like this is like that whole method acting kind of sort of
Mhm,
vibe. And
mhm.
I was perplexed at first because I went, oh my God, he's in this new show. This is amazing. Oh, okay. Ike Turner now, eat the cake, anime. That's all I'm gonna say.
Eat the cake. Yeah.
Eat the cake, anime. Okay, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it's such an incredible role to I'm
Yeah.
sure immerse yourself in. I don't think they couldn't have chosen any better, and
I
that's even
appreciate
before
that.
I'm seeing you do it.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
seen you do such incredible things that I think this is the next step for you. So
Thank you. Thank you. It is, we're talking, I'm in the belly of the beast, so to speak. So I'm finding the character, we're getting the scenes together, I'm establishing the relationship between Ike and Tina, and it is deep. And it's the deepest I've probably ever had to reach for a character. And the most the most emotionally challenging, because I think, and a lot of people find out from the character. I think Ike's life and Ike's background for him to. I think a lot of people. I only knew the monster that was Ike. That was my
and
introduction,
that's it, yeah.
right, to the Tina and Ike story. I was like, Ike was this abusive monster, and Tina had to get him out of her life, and then she went on to success. There was so much more to his life, their life together, and then so much more to Tina's rise out of that I never knew that I'm so excited for people to come and see and witness the soul of this thing. And now the director, Nikolai, has said that Tina, because did you watch the What's Love Got to Do with the movie, Angela Bassett?
Yeah, and it was
Obviously, eat
hard
the cake out of it.
It
Yeah,
was hard. I'm telling you, I know sometimes
yeah.
my husband and I joke like that when food ain't ready. And I go, try me. Not tonight.
Not
Someone's gonna get their
tonight.
feelings hurt, and it's not gonna
Yes,
be, you know.
yes,
But
yes.
it's you sort of jest about it, but that movie is so deep, and I think I could only watch it maybe twice
Yeah,
in my lifetime. I don't, there's certain scenes that I can't cope with purely
yeah.
because it's so guttural and so
Mm,
real, but it is a must see. So
mm.
I totally agree with you in that there were many layers to their life and to the reason
Yes.
they were together, and also
Yeah.
the reason that broke them apart. But it's his life story beforehand. It's his origin
Correct.
that
Correct.
you would probably have to delve into a bit more, and that's
Yeah. Yeah. And I think, it's people will take away, he was a broken man and he did things that were harmful. That's without a doubt.
yeah,
But the understanding of the background of the time he came up in, and the fact that at that time, Black people, Black men, um, Black women in the South were treated as less than human beings.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And so delving into what that was and growing up and seeing his parents and his dad get the full force of what living in the South as a Black man was, and ultimately dying from it. We're in a time where there's no emotional support or trauma support, or you need to heal something in you.
yeah.
So it's very complex, but it was dark from the beginning, and so hopefully I know, not even hopefully, this will give a light as to the temperature of the time that would go on to create such a kind of really
Absolutely.
tumultuous relationship, and human being. Yeah.
Absolutely. Can I ask you, Tim, how did you feel
Yeah.
when you found out you got the role? What was the initial, like, was it like, oh, okay? Or
Yeah.
did it have to sit with you for a bit and you go, man, this is gonna take me to a different place, to prepare?
Yeah, yeah. Not with the initial uh response, because like just for the audition material, I knew that this was just so layered and deep,
Mm,
and any performer or actor who's really trying to do this for the work, we want to be stretched, we want to be challenged,
yeah,
and so I knew this would be the most challenging role to date, purely from the fact that whenever you think of him, he's not outwardly likable,
yeah,
and I haven't necessarily delved into a character that is somewhat depicted as the adversary or the villain
yeah,
or the darkness in the story.
yeah,
So, but at the same time, I knew that there would be a moment in my career where a shift would happen, that would allow me to take on more mature material, and it is, I believe it's come in the form of this. Um, and I'm so excited. I love it. I live for challenges. I
yeah,
live for the work. I'm a process guy. I don't um, think about just the end result.
yeah.
And I think that's why musical theater and theater in general, for people who do not know, we do this 8 times a week. That's a lot. There are more shows than days. you know,
It's a
it's a
lot.
lot.
Like,
It's a lot.
what's that? I mean, look, now it's a perfect segue because
Mm,
you are no stranger to musical theatre, and
yeah.
I've been sort of blessed to be able to sort of see you do your thing.
Mm.
I think the first time I saw you on stage was with the Nelson Mandela story.
Yeah, Madiba, yes.
That was just breathtaking in itself, not only
Mm,
from the cultural standpoint, obviously, myself
mm,
being South African too, and being able to see that from a different perspective, and from an audience watching, the stage. You shone in that, and your role was just incredible in that. And then you've gone on
yeah.
and done so many other, more incredible things. I mean, you've just come off the Moulin Rouge run, which
Yes.
was phenomenal. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
That
Thank you
was a
so
big
much.
role. That
That
was
was massive. That was a massive role for me.
stop it. That whole thing. I'm like, what is
Yeah.
he eating? What is he juicing every day? Is there some kind of pulse beam? What keeps you going? Because it's sometimes it's two, three, it's like two performances a day, right?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, some of the days it can be two a day. In the Moulin Rouge schedule, we only had one kind of complete night off, which is day and night off, which is Monday.
Wow.
And then you know, back to it.
It's a massive commitment.
It is. It is. It before I even delved into this world as deep as I have, I always viewed musical theater performers as creative athletes because
Yeah.
there is, unlike film and TV where you process, you do takes, do retake, and then you go as deep as you need to go, and then bang, it's done. You know what I mean? Whether it be 6 weeks, 3 months, it's done. You know, with musical theater, you can be on a roll for over a year.
It's a different
It's different, yeah.
different animal, and I think it takes a
animal.
really special human being to be able to be a part of that kind of.
Yeah.
Have you've acted in like movies and things like that, or like what's
Yeah.
yeah, so maybe just obviously let
Yeah.
know
Of course. Of course.
theater stuff
Yes.
and obviously the movie stuff.
Yeah. So I, you know, I've come to a place where I really do believe that, you know, acting is acting. So if it's on screen or if it's TV show, whatever it is, as long as I know I can feel it, like I'm down with it. So I guest rolled in the Netflix show Clickbait,
Yes.
which was shot over COVID, which is a wild experience.
So dope.
Thank you. And I guest rolled as a deputy principal in a movie called Ruby's Choice, which is about an elderly lady who had dementia, and it was, you know, her role as the grandmother in this family, and how her dementia, you know, affected the daughter, the youngest member of the family, who had to kind of change her life to accommodate for the grandma who had dementia. And so in her schooling, I was kind of I represented the principal, which was great because being cast for a role as a black man, especially in Australia, you know, it's kind of, so you get the stereotypes, you know, the gangster, the drug dealer, the refugee, the basketball player, the athlete, the performer, the DJ, this type of thing, you know. And look, we're all in a process to kind of build this industry, and the more we evolve this machine that has just been from one kind of cultural gaze, the more we see 3-4 dimensional, you know, black characters being given to us. So shout out to Michael, who what was his last name? I've forgotten his last name, but he's a black director. He was a director on the film, and he cast me as the deputy principal, which I thought was really, really special in an Australian school. You know what I mean? With an Australian accent, which is a whole other thing.
That's a whole other package.
Yeah,
that's you know,
they're not ready for that.
No, I don't think they will be, but it's coming. In fact, it's here. In fact, look at the screen right now. Okay,
yes,
that's how
it's here. It's here. Yeah.
The fact that you say that, you know, I've always looked at you as being not so much a character. I mean, like you possess you're able to hold center stage in many different facets of the entertainment industry, and you do it very well, right?
Thank you.
You've always stood on your own. You've always stood in your truth. You've always maintained your authenticity. You know what I'm saying? You've always, that's what you've been about. And whether you've been Tim Omaji when it's been the entertainer and the dancer and the music, or Tim Omaji as the actor and the, the theatre, the thespian, that sort of thing. Tim has always just shone through because you stand in your resolve and you know who you are. And regardless of whether it's music or it's acting or talent, like, brother, seriously, it's always been exemplary. Okay, so from way back then when there weren't Black artists on TV doing what you've been doing for so many years.
Yes.
You held that and you owned it and you made it look very, very possible for the other young Black males that were watching you, whether from African descent, African American descent, Latinx, whatever. You've kicked open that door and you've made it seem effortless, but we know it hasn't been. But you've made it. I think because of how you always held yourself. So I give you those flowers because you've continued to build and evolve and keep opening doors for so many other young people. I'm sure you get bombarded by youngsters constantly and singing, and whether it's the screaming girls or it's the guys trying to be cool and go, we want to dance like Tim. It must be a nice feeling to know that you've got, a lot of young people looking at you going, man,
yeah,
I can do it, right?
Yeah. Oh, the beauty of that, and thank you. Firstly, thank you for those flowers. That's not I don't take that lightly, and it encourages me to push on. So thank you for that. Now the beauty of hearing young people that see me and say, okay, yeah, we're here, we can do it, we can do it at the highest level possible, is it's almost so it's always so warming to me, because it just means we're pushing forward. It means that and the funny thing with this is that I never set out to be a poster, like, you know what I mean? I didn't say that, all right, I'm going to, no, right? You just do, I believe that I was given a gift from God, and I followed it and just multiplied it. And that's what I continue to do. I just feel it and I commit to it and I work and I commit, and the fact that the ripples of that has inspired, our younger people of color to kind of come into their own is a beautiful thing. And my prayer and wish to them is that they continue to find the authenticity of what their voice is. Because I think now with the world of social media, what I feel it's done is, because of the breaking down of the middleman or the someone or the thing in the middle, anyone can reach out to anybody now, right? Which is on one side a very beautiful thing, but on the other side, I found with some of the young up and comers, their idea of the process and how long it takes and how hard it is kind of out the window. So, you know what I mean? I'll have youngsters coming up to me and say, "Hey, Tim, man, when I was this and that, when I was 7, 8, you were the guy. Thank you so much. You jump on this track. I'm just about to drop it on SoundCloud." And I'm like, "Thank you. I appreciate that. But there are levels to this thing, and you have to work. You have to commit, and you have to come and meet me where I am."
That's it.
And that is, but in no shape or form a cockiness. It's a thing that if we skip the process,
oh man,
the foundation, we will crumble at the first thing. People are doing it for just the attention alone, and I'm like, what happens if the attention goes? What is in here? Before you open up your phone when you get up, what gets you up? What is in here? That leaning, that gift, that's what you got to tap into. That is, despite all these other things that that take our attention.
And that's so important that you say that, because you have become who you are way before social media. But for as long as I've known you, and even before I met you, I mean, you've been you know, you've really been commanding spaces for a long time. And I mean, obviously, when we met, and the comicalness of it all, and the conversation
Yeah.
follow, it was always like a real cool like humility about you, regardless of the spaces that you've kept. And that comes down to that authenticity and the fact that you know who you are. But you have had to break through so much of that. You're not going to pigeonhole me just because I'm a Australia. And there would have been moments where that would have happened throughout your earlier life, but you've pushed through and you've carved the exact storyboard that you're willing to step into and stretch yourself and do all of these incredible things you've spoken about. But it's that idea that the young people today with TikTok and with everything else it's almost like fast fashion, right?
Yeah.
It's the fast track to celebrity. It's the fast track to fame. I'm going to use your track that you worked and toiled on for so many years, or so many, you know, months in the studio, and you did what you had to do without a TikTok and without so we're going to take that now and sample it, and I'm just going to be an overnight star. And it's kind of like dope, but I'm about to school you, because that's not how it works. So if you want longevity, which is that's the thing, that's what I'm saying when I give you those flowers, is for as long as I've known you, you've always had that work ethic, that tenacity, that like you could get on a stage and people go nuts when they see you, but what it's taken for you to get to that is I think a lot of people miss that journey.
Yes.
So you're one of those artists that I've always been inspired by that. Your work ethic.
Thank you.
Second to none. So
thank you so much. I think I think I've thankfully developed a mindset and an attitude of constant growth that has allowed me to step into, let's just take risks and to keep evolving and to keep just to keep going, because I'm not done. Like, I'm not done, and I'm not even close to done. And yeah.
You look 12, so let's not even go. Use that to your advantage, brother. You better push on. I turn it to Denzel Washington tomorrow.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Manifest that real quick.
I'll take it. And we've talked about, you know, some of these international guys like your Kevin Hart's, who have transcended their one hat, and have put on many. And these are the guys that inspire me to. Because you know, when you step out of your lane or what people know you for, it's just the doubt. Like, you'd be surprised, Maxine. Like, I've had said radio stations that we don't need to name names or the stations, but I've had like pushback of being like, hey, like, we're not gonna play his song, or we're not gonna drop this release, and my people be like, why? And they're like, well, he's a theater guy now, so no, he's not.
Stop it!
Yeah,
are you kidding me?
You would be surprised, as opposed to like, wow, we have never seen a depth and a breadth of character and of work before. Let's celebrate that. If he wants to jump on, let him school us on what that is and how it connects. And it's not our brand, so he's not what we want him to be. So that's a real thing that comes with.
So it's almost like celebrating mediocrity in a way, instead
For real.
of celebrating the multifaceted artist, which there are many multifaceted artists out there.
That's right.
We don't have a lot here though, right?
We're not used to it here.
That's important.
Correct.
For the cultural diversity and breadth of people we have in this country, to be able to turn on the TV to see Black and brown people doing their thing in safe spaces without being pigeonholed or without being, you know, like you said, the stereotypical role. You've broken through that, and you've done it for many years, right? And you've done
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
Again, like I said, it looks effortless, but it's not. And if you really know, it's
yeah.
not easy. It's
No,
just the shit's hard. So
yes,
I
yes.
I am surprised that that radio would do that, because when, and we're definitely gonna get into your music, because again, it's just next level, Tim. Like, I'm still stuck on some of the tracks you made, like post COVID, sorry,
Thank
pre-COVID.
you,
And I
thank
say,
you. Mm,
even the spaces that I DJ in, I'm not
mm,
dropping pew, 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 pew anymore. Thank God,
mm.
I don't need that. But I am in, that nice kind of ambient vibe where I can play anything, and so that's a
Beautiful.
nice feeling for me to then go, I'm gonna pop in a Tim Omaji Slip.
Mm.
No, that's my
Come
song.
on,
Slip through
come
my hands. I
on.
love that song.
Ah,
Right?
beautiful.
That's one of my favorites of yours. And it's just, it's again, it's next level. So I don't
Thank you.
understand how this stuff's not on rotation
Mm.
on Australian radio, because
Yeah,
it doesn't always have to be current stuff. There are
yeah.
stations that play music it's just good music. And so
Just
that's
good music.
why,
Yeah,
in terms of my radio journey, I just want to play good music, artists that kind of are about growth and
yeah.
and that's it, because without that, everybody's just going to be on the same coattails, and it's boring. Like, there's
That's it.
nothing
Nah,
happening.
yeah. Nothing happening. Nothing
So
happening.
what is happening with your music? I know that obviously you've
Good
got
question.
your hats, but what's happening musically? Because I see you
Yeah.
doing things. So what's going on musically?
Okay. Musically, I have a vision for a project that I've started up. About 3 weeks ago, I pulled together a few great producers that I really love working with, and buy their work, and I pulled them together, and we went away for like 4 days and did like a writing camp. Um, and so there is a body of work that has an 80s-esque synth kind of cinematic feel to it,
Hmm.
that I've always envisioned of doing, but I've never had the time or the space or the people to do it, to action it. So there is a body of work in the works. Now, when that body of work comes to fruition,
Be careful
I'm
now,
not
because
able.
I'm gonna be tuning
Exactly.
in
No
on
dates. No dates here. I know how that goes. No calendars. No, no calendar updates. But so I am building a body of work on that
you.
side of things. And I am music is multifaceted. I've been working with I last year co-wrote, was it last year? I think it was the year before. But
Hmm.
I co-wrote on a record of this phenomenal young artist coming through called Dean Brady. I don't know if you heard about Dean
No,
Brady.
no.
You heard it first here. He is
Okay.
next. He's 18, 19 years old. Um, and he is sounding like a young Maxwell,
Oh, stop it.
like for real. So I had the pleasure of randomly co-writing this track called Fallen
Mm.
with him, and it's out right now. And we've kept a relationship where I'm helping him with his stagecraft and his entertainment skills on the mic.
Oh,
Um, and so that's a really interesting part, and that's an important part of the music industry that I want to continue later on, to kind of develop a framework to really kind of help people with that stagecraft, because I feel like
almost like
missing
a
here.
mentoring type of
Yeah,
vibe.
but I want to do it as a program that is,
No, I like
here's my business, a program that is scalable. So,
plug away, brother, plug away. This is what we do.
yeah, yeah, build it so it can, it's not my hands on. I
Yeah.
don't have to necessarily be there, but people can get the tools they need to kind of
Oh, I like
perfect their
this.
craft. Yeah, so there's a lot of different things around music apart from creating my own music that I'm really excited about doing and about being a part of. I'm also working with I'm an ambassador for a new EV company called BYD.
Yeah,
And
I
so
saw
we're
that
with
the other day.
yeah,
What's that about?
yeah. So it's this company called BYD. It's the acronym that is for Build Your Dream,
Oh,
and it's a
wow.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's a China manufactured electric vehicle company who reached out to me randomly. We got together and I said, we'd love you to be an ambassador. Our car is very much has an artistic kind of music based feel to it, the interior. And so, I'm riding around in the EV now, and
Wow.
we're planning on doing some kind of music integration with this EV company called BYD, who happens to be like globally, they happen to be selling more than Tesla. I did not know
What?
this. Yes, in China, it's the number one EV company in China, BYD.
I
So
don't know why
Australia just,
I don't know
yeah.
why I'm so surprised. I still stick a key in the keyhole and everything. And I'm like, you're lucky I don't have the roll down window.
Yes,
I'm an OG at heart. Okay, my key's still
come
going.
on,
There's no
come
button to
on.
press, so I might have to have a look at this EV life.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It is, riding past those petrol stations and being like, I, you know, unless it's for a snack, I do
That's
not
it.
need to,
I'm just pulling
I don't
in
need to be
for
here.
I'm just
Yeah,
pulling in for a little light refreshments. Okay, we
exactly.
need
I need to pump the tires. That's what I need. And then I'm
it's
going.
so dope.
So yes, there's things that are happening. And music, and I'm coming to a phase now where music for me is is always going to be there. There's never going to be a time, but I'm allowing it the space to be what it needs to be, if
Yeah.
that makes
Oh,
sense. As a
makes
yeah,
perfect sense. I'm
yeah,
literally, I've just pulled up my constant like rewind playlist. Okay, I'm gonna tell you
yeah.
the songs
Hmm.
of yours that are on there.
Okay.
Find a way. So that
Oh, beautiful.
thing, I can
Yes,
see what's happening because I think you started back in 2020 with that
yes.
whole find with that whole 80s kind of
The Hades, yes,
song.
synth vibe. Yes,
That
yes. You
feels
see
like
it.
almost like a Miami Vicey kind of like, I don't
Yes,
know, there's something about it, right?
yes, yes,
Find a
yes.
way. Obviously,
Uh-huh.
slip. I can't. How can you
I
not?
love it.
That's my
2018.
whole.
Come on.
And then I think, obviously, you did an amazing, beautiful track with Naked Truth,
Thank you.
which
Yes, yes.
really like that was that real that raw.
Mm,
And then, of course, with the times we were going through with Black Lives Matter and everything that Black people are going through, will stand up. You know what I'm
oh,
saying?
beautiful. Yeah, yeah.
Your breadth of work situationship, come shut the door, okay, and check your email, okay. um Mindset, like seriously, like Tim, you can allow your music to breathe
Thank you.
because you've got such incredible body of it. So this is what I'm saying, the workmanship, man. Like
Thank you.
people, if
Thank
you're
you.
watching, right, this is this is
Come
Netflix.
on.
It's like, what's it called? The master class in setting yourself up, like you set it
Yeah,
at level.
that's it. That's it.
Oh, that's just a little something on Miss Hennessy's playlist right there.
Come on.
Tomorrow
Come
I'm gonna
on.
play
Oh,
that slip
beautiful.
constantly. I don't know, just something about that song.
What? Yeah. What is it about that? It's the
Um,
feel. Is it the? Because it's up. It's bright, but it's melancholy in the sense of
yeah,
like
yeah,
there's a longing. I always love tracks that have that artists that do like that make you like move, but that move you at the same
yeah,
time. Like
yeah.
it, like your Drakes and your Chris Browns kind of have that where they'll do a song that it's like, man, like I'm in my feels, but I can kind of I'm up
Mm.
at the same time.
I think
Um,
that song for me, it's well, it's your voice. Your
mm,
voice kind of hits differently in that one,
hmm
and I
hmm
think it's the topic as well. There's a
yeah,
wellspring sort of
mm,
situation there, and anybody who's lived past 20 knows how difficult
mm,
it is to with relationship
yeah,
breakups and having things
yeah,
slip through your hands if you
mm,
don't pay attention, and it's all that sort of stuff.
yeah,
But it's the music, man. It's the beat,
mm,
and
mm,
it's just your voice. It's just there's something really, really pure, really honest about it. It's not poppy. It's not
mm,
like it's an on-trend track, but it's something that I
mm.
could play. How old is the track? Right? So it's something,
2018, yeah, yeah,
but
few
it's
years
something
old.
that's constantly on my rotation, and it just yeah, it kind of gives me the feels. Like I really love it. I love how you sound in that. So,
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank
yeah.
you so much.
And then find a
That's very
way
sweet.
when the synth,
Yeah.
like, dun, 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 like come, I'm
Oh,
already in the 80s. Hello, you know,
yeah.
because you know some Kenny
Yes.
Loggins vibes gonna come out of that.
Oh, come on. Come on,
Kenny
highway
Loggins.
to the danger zone. Come
Hello.
on now.
Dun, 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 but a little bit softer, right? So we're not going danger zone. But again, flowers to you. And this is what I'm
Thank you.
saying. Like musically, just it's dope. And I know your music will never go away, but I'm
Thank you.
really excited for you with everything you're doing. I
Thank
just
you so much.
masterclass, man. People can learn from you. And I like the fact that you said, you know, and again, a lot of people who are in entertainment, you never ask to be a role model. You don't
Mm.
set out to do it. You're doing it because it's your craft and it's your talent. But
Yes.
I just think even the way you hold yourself, like, you know, you've been on game shows or you've been on panels, and
Mm.
I do want to see you vote. I mean, not vote. I want to see you on some kind of judging situation because we
Mm.
really need to shake that up with
I do. I do agree with you. And I think
certainly.
that time will come. Like
Hope.
I
Yeah.
feel it. Yeah, I feel it's gonna come. Like in the next couple of years. But these kind of gigs they
They
come
come.
around when they
Yes.
come around.
There's reasons
Um,
why they come
there's
around.
reasons why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, yeah, that you're well and truly. I would love to see that for you because
Mm.
you know what it takes to be that all-encompassed,
Yeah.
artist. But
Mm.
we'll obviously get off the entertainment side of stuff because you've
Yeah.
also really had an incredible, a beautiful breath of fresh air come into your personal life, and you're not somebody
Yeah.
who talks a lot about his personal life. You've always just been about
Mm.
business, but it's been really lovely. If you do follow Tim online,
Mm.
see posts about a very, very special young lady that really, yeah, it has just
Yeah.
it's been really lovely to see that and to see you grow and just really kind of, take shape with this with the
Mm.
personal side. So thank you for sharing, for
Yeah.
starters. But how are things going with the lovely? It's Nadia, right?
Yeah, Nadia. Nadia, she is we met in 2019,
Wow.
and we became official for I know my dates, May 3rd, 2020.
Good.
Boom.
Birthday
Yeah.
anniversary.
Yeah, we got together in COVID, and yeah, I think she has been definitely a life-changing element for me because I was at a time in my life where I doubted the whole relationship thing. I was like, I think, I'm just gonna stay in these R&B songs and live this R&B life and just kind of be free of what I thought was free anyway. But when she came in, she really shook me up and she opened my eyes to the possibility of really building something. And I'm a process person, right? So once I, opened my eyes to that, I was like, this is a beautiful thing. And I, from being with her, she's made me better by just who she is and how she is. And yeah, so I am life is exciting.
Yeah.
Life is exciting to share these moments with and for me to be a support for her. She's a hat maker, she's a hat designer.
I was just about to go into that because she's not
Yeah,
just she's a force in her own way,
she's a
and
force.
incredible hat
Yeah.
designer. Like, and who designs hats? Like, to me,
Yeah, for
that's
real.
something like that's like
Yeah.
I'm hello, a hat designer. Sweet Jesus, what did you do to pass your design course at school? Hello,
Right,
not talking
right.
beanies here, baby. Okay, these are like proper. Like,
Proper, yeah. Yeah,
oh my
round hat.
God.
So yeah, and from scratch, she is, I call her the alchemist because she can turn just raw materials into something magical, and that's actually how we met. So a friend of mine linked us up together because he said that this designer was looking for people to put these hats on, these custom hats. And so I went in, not knowing much and just being like, yep, I love the aesthetic. And so she sits me down. She's like, so tell me about your life. And, what are your passions? I was like, this is deep for a hat. Like, I thought you just need to get my measurements and like,
and then you just sit down and people touch your hair. It's like you're in a barbershop.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Social security number,
Yeah.
your bank account details, everything,
Yeah. And she created this. She created this hat piece that represented what I told her. So that's me in the middle, and she's got like the movie stuff there, my number 7, the microphone. The thing, because I told her everything that I can't be boxed into one thing. She's like, I got you. So she made the artwork. I got Carpe Diem. She's got Carpe Diem on there, and it's just
that was meant to be, man. That
meant
was
to be.
Meant to be. But that's what she does. She does. It's like a personal. That's like your autobiography.
Correct. It's almost like it's like the closest thing to it I'd say would be like a tattoo. You know what I mean? But she does it in hats, and she's done like hat heirlooms for people, and the fact that they're like, all right, we want this because we want to pass it down to our kids, and it's a very, very special craft that I had no knowledge about, and how deep it is, and so she's a superstar.
That's a special union because I mean, again, adding to your style resume as well.
Yeah.
I've seen the two of you together. She's stunning, and it's just happiness. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
This space that you're in right now, and it's like, I don't know. It's just weird. Like, I know you speak, and I've spoken to a lot of people over the years. Like, for a long time, I've been blessed to speak to people, but I always seem to speak to people on the cusp of something incredible for themselves. And I always sit there and I go, oh, I just got in. I was really lucky. So it's almost like you speak to me, and then next week it's Oprah, and then forget about it. I'm telling you, it happened with Kevin Hart. I didn't get to speak. I did speak to Kevin. I didn't get to interview him in a
sense, yeah.
I'm like a super fan of his, and I got to meet him at one of his openings, like his movie openings. He which is the one he did with Ice Cube.
Ride Along. Ride Along. Yeah, it
was his first one. I remember it was one of those things in the city, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And I got to ask him a question because everybody else in the audience was being stupid, asking stupid questions. Like, oh, do you rap? And just stupid stuff. So I went in with the Miss Hennessy special.
Yeah,
and I said, so you're a motivational human being. What do you do of a morning when you wake up? What does Kevin Hart actually think about himself? Are you always telling the world? What do you think about? And he looked at me and he said, what's your name, young lady? And I just told him. Come up here. I'm going to give you a hug. I nearly died, Tim. I thought I've died. And he just said, those are the kind of questions that we want to ask. That's the stuff that motivates me. And I tell you not, the next week he went back to LA and he had his first interview with Oprah, and that's it.
Wow. And it's a wrap.
So,
history.
I
see.
Speak with her. So, well, last week I spoke to him.
Yes. Come on.
I feel that.
Come on. I'll take it. Look, you know the vibes, Mercedes. Again, this is with intention. I love the work. I want to take it as far as I can. I want to work with the best people in the world. I do not want to hold myself down to any standard or any glass ceiling. So, but at the same time, I am knowledgeable, and you learn this in time that there are certain things in your control, and then there's certain things that aren't, and that's okay. That's okay. So we move. We move.
But you are. You're moving. You always do, and you're doing great work. Thank you for being a constant inspiration and not only a source of entertainment for us, but we there's a lot of us learning from you too. And it's just a pleasure to see you grow and see all the things you create. So thank you for your time with this as well.
No problem.
You're busy, but I appreciate you always.
Thank you.
Touch and base.
Yeah, we go. Yeah.
We vibe, we talk well, we
vibe.
And I
That's
will
what it's
come and
about.
see you playing Ike. And if you say you respect
Yay.
anime, you will hear the loudest laugh and that will be me. Probably very inappropriate, but
Fair, but I'll know. I'll
you'll
clock
know
that.
that
I'll clock
cackle,
that.
that's me.
Yeah.
But good luck with everything, man.
Brilliant. Thank you.
I'm excited to see this next
Thank you.
phase. When does the play actually open? What's the
Okay, yeah. So we're opening at Theatre Royale in Sydney, and we open officially on May the 20th. So from May the 20th, you come see us, come down, and we'll be there. Wow, till January.
No,
Oh yeah, we'll be there for a
that's a
while.
long run, Tim.
We'll be there for a while. Tina was very loved in Australia.
Yeah,
Very loved worldwide, but like when she did all the stuff with the NRL and in the
yeah.
90s, it like she's her synergy here and her agent, her manager was Aussie from the 80s. He was Aussie.
That's
So which I didn't know. So like the relationship is strong here. There is something in the air. So
so you
it's
got to
gonna be
get
a
it
special
right.
one.
Not that you won't,
Oh
but
yeah.
this is a show that has to hit that
Yeah.
mark because when it's so
Yeah, and
much
it does.
love and attention to an artist.
Yeah, and the way Ruva is singing these songs, Ruva Nguenya, she's playing the role of Tina. It is, yeah, it's something you got to come feel and see. It's special.
Are you looking to take the thespian life across the pond and maybe do a bit of West End and
Oh,
maybe Times Square? Like, is that where
yeah,
you
Broadway.
think about
Look,
it?
yes, I do think about it.
Mm.
But I think with that life, I think it's more so about, as opposed to the work, it's more so about the life around the work.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I do love living. I think I love being in these places and spending time in UK, spending time in New York. I very much love Australia, Australia as a lifestyle.
Yeah.
So, but if it was for like something that was like 6 months, 3 months, a film, a TV show, I'd be probably more up to that. But
Yeah.
like a theater run for years,
Different life, isn't it? Like it's
different
really,
life.
yeah,
It's
absolutely.
yeah,
Well, no, we don't
and
want you to go. I just thought, is that kidding
oh,
me?
but look again, yeah. Look, if the
Why even
opportunity
entertain
comes,
it? How dare you even think that? I won't talk to you ever again after that. Forget that.
yeah,
Because then I know then it'll be like you'll be on Jimmy Fallon and all those other shows. And I'll be, oh, I'm gonna
yeah.
repost this video for life because you added me here first. So I don't know what you're thinking.
Come on. Well, you got it first. So, that's yeah. Look, we'll see where it goes. I'm excited. I'm excited. I know it continues. This life continues to surprise me. I kind of keep my head down. I run. I look up and I'm like, oh wow, we're here now. Okay, let's do some more running. So, let's see where we go.
Well, listen, before I let you go,
Yeah.
any advice that you can give to anybody kind of going, yo, I'd like to be able to kind of get into this theater world and see
Mm-hmm.
where I go with it. You've
Mm-hmm.
obviously merged from being a on stage entertainer in a different way.
Yeah.
Any advice for anybody watching on how to manage this kind of?
Yeah. I mean, getting into the life of theater, for the most part, it's like on a technical aspect, it's auditioning for an agent. That's there's a lot of great agents out there that are looking for, especially talents of people of color, because there's not a lot of us in theater here. So auditioning for a musical theater or an acting agent is important. Um, in terms of the actual work, I would say accept no matter how little the role is. If
Yeah.
you're trying to get into this game, just get in. Don't ask questions. Just accept anything that you get and work and understand what it is and understand the mechanisms of what it is and just commit to doing whatever you get at the best of its ability. Like a lot of people, I even with the film and TV world, which I'm still quite a baby, if you will, at that world. Like my first role, I mean, yeah, Netflix, yeah, clickbait, but I was the cameraman. I was the cameraman, and that was an intentional the role came through. The agent was like, "You want to do this as cameraman?" I said, "I don't care what it is. I need to experience what this world is. I don't know it. So if it gives me a like experience,
Yeah.
I'm in." So that's what I would say. I would say try, technically try and get an agent. But even if you can't, get into classes and
Yeah,
just do the work, do
absolutely.
the work.
There's no fast
Mm.
track to it, so it's
No, 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 no.
you got to perfect
And you don't want it to be. You don't want it to be. It's fun. Like it's challenging, but the work is fun. Like
Yeah.
the work is to play character. Like it's to delve into different worlds and to connect with people live like that. There's nothing really like it. That's why you find a lot of big film TV stars will people think they haven't hiatus. You find out they're on a theater play somewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
they
Like
do
they're
that a lot,
working
don't they?
a
There's a lot of
lot,
actors
a
that do that.
lot. Yep, a lot. They love it because theater gives you the rush that film and TV can't, which is the no retake
Yeah.
and the no cameras. It is what it is, and that is the rawest and most exposed you can be. There's no
Oh,
editing, no music, and like
it's like
obviously
live
it's
radio. You swear
yeah,
until it's done. You can't retract that. So if you're on stage,
yeah,
that's it.
yes.
Like, people are seeing you. I love that.
Yeah, raw. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think that's why a lot of actors will tend to, veer back to theater to kind of reinvigorate that feeling of the purity and the authenticity of just being a vessel and being open and doing the work. Because yeah, a lot of the most brilliant people who see that's the thing. It's about the work. They just were brilliant actors, and then the opportunity came, and they went with it, and it's like bang.
Yeah.
But then they're just still doing the work.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what it's
Well
about.
done, you.
Thank you.
Multifaceted, talented you. It's been such an amazing. I would play your music on radio, in my
Thank
car,
you.
on
Thank you.
my Spotify, wherever, and I cannot wait to see you doing what you do.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's been real, man. It's just really nice to touch base with you. You look
Always.
amazing. I don't know what
Thank
the
you.
hell you've hidden or what you're doing, but I told you before I hit record, you need to bottle it. That's your side hustle. But
Okay.
don't tell the people
Okay.
what you're doing in there. Just
No, no,
keep
no,
it
no,
close,
no, no,
and
no.
this is how you could look when
That's
you're 50.
exact.
And that's it.
That is the game. That is the game. The
That's it.
Benjamin
You can
Button
have,
effect. Come on.
instead of doing the whole alcohol thing like all these
Yeah.
artists are doing, you
Yeah.
look like Tim. I look 12.
Yeah.
And this is how you could look and work 50 hours a day.
Do you want to still get roles as a teenager? Then you need to do this.
Right. You look great. You look dope.
Thank you.
And yeah, just keep it up, man. Very excited to watch everything.
Blessings.
And,
Thank you.
always in your corner, man. Always in your
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
time. We'll catch up soon. We'll catch up soon. Take
Love.
care.
Love. Thanks, Maxine. Bye.
Bye.
I am Tim Omaji, and I'll be playing the role of Ike Turner in Tina, the Tina Turner musical. Ike's such a complex character and a real life character, and a person that was such an integral part of Tina's life. So I'm humbled, I'm slightly scared, I'm thrilled, all the things, and I'm ready. I'm such a student of great entertainers, and Tina's one of the greatest who have ever done it. For me personally, growing up, it was the NRL promo ads that Tina used to do, and I remembered the footage of Mal Meninga, who's a Canberra legend, with Tina Turner for Simply the Best, which was the promo. At the time, I was like, this woman is fierce, she's strong. So Tina was very influential in a kind of indirect way. So to be here and to be in the presence of her show is mind-blowing to me. It's still kind of settling. When it's a real person, I think the level of authenticity you have to bring to a character is humbling. I want to do it justice. I have started to listen to the original Ike music, and he ended up making this genre of music that has been so revolutionary. He definitely was a genius of what he did musically. Ruva she's fire. The fact that we've worked together before, the trust is there already. So I'm excited to take this journey with her and to see the magic that we come up with. I'm most excited for audiences to walk away knowing a deeper understanding of what Tina went through and how much magic she's given to the world despite how much she went through. It's going to leave audiences with their mouths on the floor.